Life doesn't always go according to plan. Sometimes it breaks you. After a training accident left me paralysed from the neck down, I had to rebuild my body, my mind and my life. I'm Ryan Curtis, and every episode we dig into the chaos that shapes who we become. Before we get into the episode, it'd mean the absolute world to us if you could follow or subscribe on whatever platform you're currently listening to this on. For you guys, it's just a small click of the button, but for us, it's huge to grow the podcast, to get bigger guests on and have more interesting conversations for you. Thanks so much and enjoy the episode. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Made in Chaos with me, Ryan Curtis. On today's episode, we have Kevin Shanahan, aka Miracle Man Kev. Kev has died twice now, once for 42 minutes and the second time for 93 minutes. He came back against all odds, and now he's here to share his mindset and his incredible comeback story. So Kev, tell us a little bit about you and your story.
A little bit about me. Well, I'm 57 years old. Look great, don't I?
Yeah, smashing. You'd never know you've been through all this.
Yeah, I've been dead twice.
Right.
October 2020, I had a sudden cardiac arrest in divorce court, of all places.
Right. Happened to you in the court?
Yeah, well, it was just outside the court.
right, okay.
So talk about
divorce will definitely do that to you.
Talk about a get out escape class. But yeah, I was 42 minutes dead on that occasion. Broken sternum, broken ribs, 80% muscle wastage. There was loads of damage done. Then I was starting to heal up from that. And March 22, I had a heart attack. So healing up from that. And then it was end of March last year, 2025, I had another cardiac arrest, sudden cardiac arrest.
So tell us, what's the difference? I actually didn't know. So what's the difference between cardiac arrest and a heart attack?
A cardiac arrest, you see, a heart attack can cause a cardiac arrest.
Okay.
Because what's happening is the lack of blood flow, it stops the electrical signals in the heart.
Right.
And then the electrical signals go out of sync and they just stop, so your heart stops.
Right.
So the one last year, I was dead for 93 minutes.
93 minutes?
93 minutes, yeah. Like, to me, I don't even...
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, because I suppose you've lived and you've talked about it so much.
Yeah, it's very hard for me even to understand it. Because I have a brain injury from it. But it's very hard for me to comprehend it and to accept it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That it even happened in the first place, you mean?
No, that I'm walking around.
Right, okay.
That...
Because I think we were saying this off camera, you know, one of the, I think the biggest things people would assume that if you were dead for that long that you would be a vegetable. Massive
brain injury, and you would end up a vegetable, basically.
You know, because obviously the brain is getting starved
of oxygen. Yeah. You see, I was lucky about occasions because CPR was started straight away.
Right, okay.
So I was kind of blessed on both occasions that way. I think if there had been a gap of me getting CPR, I don't think I'd be sitting here.
Yeah, okay.
And then the last time, 17 bangs at the defibrillator.
17?
17, yeah.
I can't believe the doctor was working on you for 93 minutes. And thank God, you know what I mean?
Oh, because yeah. Apparently they work on you for 100 minutes.
Right, okay, that's the
end limit, because they had found my wife, she's my wife now, got married on the 5th of December.
Hopefully this one doesn't give you a heart attack. I've sent you into cardiac arrest even.
What was I saying?
About they can work on you up to 100 minutes.
Oh yeah, they work on you up to 100 minutes, yeah. They had gone into my wife and they had said to her that they'd been working on me for 80 minutes at this stage. And there wasn't looking like there was much hope.
And what's the science that they would continue to work on you up until that long? Because obviously I don't know anything about anything like that, but I'm sure after like I don't know, like a rough guess would be like 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
But I would kind of think like after 15 or 20 minutes, it's like...
Well, I've actually given a woman CPR
Okay.
for 15 and a half minutes.
Right.
And like the odd time she would have gone,
Right. Okay.
so it's an attempt to come back. So I don't know if that's what they're looking for. I presume that's what they're looking for. You know,
like some science.
And don't forget they have the ECG on you.
Okay.
So they can see little blips on the ECG if there's still something
if it's
there.
just flat, then they're just like...
If it's just complete flat line, yeah.
Yeah.
But they had said to her, it's been 80 minutes and it's not looking good, and they told her to prepare herself.
Fuck. What an awful thing to hear.
Oh, stop. And then 13 minutes later, I decided to come back.
Yeah, because I remember I remember seeing a video you giving a breakdown of, you know, how little people come back from being dead for that long.
Oh, it's tiny. It's tiny. Like I've done research on medical websites.
Yeah.
And I think the chance of me surviving what I've survived, not just one but two, is 0.0000001%.
That's crazy.
Like that's 1 in 10 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 1 in 10 million, like.
Fuck, 1 in 10 million, like, so... Obviously, it must be so grateful to still be here, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, big time. I get to see my kids grow up. I get to be here. I get to tell this story because I think it's an important story to go out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because it's not just about cardiac things. I mean, look at your own story. You know?
Yeah.
It's your story is so important as well because people feel helpless. You know yourself how helpless and hopeless you felt
very
when
vulnerable.
it happened first.
Very
you know
vulnerable,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, it is a vulnerability. It's a huge vulnerability, you know? And it's a fear that you won't be able to complete the things that you wanted to complete.
Yeah.
And with me, it was a fear of like, how long am I going to last? How long is this going to keep going? Am I going to have another cardiac arrest? And it's still in my head to this day.
Yeah, because that was one of the questions that I did want to ask you. Like, are you ever afraid of it happening again?
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not afraid of dying.
Why?
Why? I'll tell you why, because I had experiences both times.
Yeah, because that was another one of the questions that I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, I can tell you.
You had kind of what you would say afterlife experiences both times?
First experience was lovely.
Right, okay.
My dad, he used to, when we were kids, he used to always bring us to the pine forest.
Right.
And we go there for hikes and for picnics and stuff like that. And he used to love a show called Grizzly Adams. I don't know if you remember.
Okay, yeah, no, I heard about it before. I never watched it.
And it was about a mountain man that had a bear called Gentle Ben, and they lived up in the Rocky Mountains in a log cabin. And I'm walking up this hill through a pine forest, and I came to a clearing. There's a log cabin on the top of the hill, and smoke rising from the log cabin. And I looked to my left, and my dad is sitting under a tree. And I looked at him and, Jesus, Pops. He says, how are you, son? And I said, how are you? He says, I'm doing great. He says, you're not doing so well, though.
He said, yeah?
Yeah, he said to me, yeah. And we're chatting away to and fro. And I went, hang on a minute. I says, you're dead. And he used to laugh like Muttley the dog, you know?
Yeah.
He used to laugh like that. And he said, no, son. He said, nobody dies. He said, we just go home.
No way.
And he said, and on that note, he said, it's time for you to go. You've something you have to do. He said, you have to go back.
That's crazy. That's so vivid, like, you know.
Oh, it's like me sitting here talking to you. That's how vivid it is.
And that was the first time you were
That was
dead
the first time. That was 42 minutes.
42 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's and did it seem like it was a long time there, or was it like?
It was like an instant.
Yeah.
It was like. It was just everything happened in an instant. It was, it's like I'm sitting here having a conversation with you. Conversation was over, and all of a sudden I was in blackness, and then I came around from a coma.
No way.
You know?
That's insane.
So it's like, it is insane, it's so real to me. And I know people will turn around and say, oh, when you're dying, you release DMT and
Yeah.
you can have all these visions and stuff like that. No, this was different.
Yeah.
This was different. I was there. He
Well,
was
I
there.
mean, like, you're at the coming back from death twice
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's probably not many people out there who can kind of argue or dispute.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
unless you've experienced it, it's like there is no difference between life and death. The only thing is, I think, in life on the planet, it's an experience. Life in death is a continuation of who you are, who you truly are. You know, and we're so much more than we believe we are. We're so much more. We haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
We really haven't got a clue.
Yeah, that's yeah, because obviously it's not very often you get to talk to somebody who's had experiences like that.
No,
you
it's
know,
not.
and come back and then live to tell the tale, and
Yeah.
you have to tell the story to it.
And then do it again.
Yeah. And what was the story with the second one?
Second one was upsetting.
Right.
So I might choke a bit on this.
Yeah.
I met a man who I believe was Jesus Christ.
Okay.
He was standing behind what looked like a net curtain.
A which?
Like a net curtain in a window.
Right, okay.
He was standing behind it. And he had his two hands held out. And he opened his left hand. And he said, I gave humanity this. And he showed me planet Earth. And how it should be. And the beauty. And like everything that was alive had a glow. Everything. The flowers, the plants, even the water glowed. Everything glowed. There was harmony, there was peace, there was happiness. And then he opened his right hand and he said, humanity has turned it into this. Everything you can imagine in a horror movie I was shown.
Do you remember anything specific?
I remember everything specific, and I don't know if you want to hear it on camera.
Right, okay.
It's people were slaughtering each other. Women and children being abused. It was horrendous.
Yeah.
But he then closed his two hands and he said, there's time for humanity to change and live where they should be. He said, you must go back and tell them. It's a hell of a thing to be told, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
that must feel like it brings its own pressures also.
It weighs,
to hear something like that.
It weighs seriously heavy on me.
Yeah.
Seriously heavy, because in November I had a dream and it was like a continuation of what he showed me. And it was a reminder that I wasn't doing enough to tell my story. And it was just a dream. Well, it wasn't just a dream. I'm walking through, giant redwood.
Yeah.
Where I'm walking through a forest of giant redwood. And humans are destroying it. Absolutely destroying it.
Cutting down trees.
They have ladders up against trees. They have cranes. They're climbing trees. They're chopping with saws, hacksaws, chainsaws, axes. They're just chopping anything that's alive. And that goes for humans too.
Right.
They're slaughtering each other. And I walked through. And in the centre, there was, the Tree of Life.
Yeah.
The Tree of Life was at the centre. And they were doing the same to the Tree of Life. And I was crying. And I fell to my knees and I looked down. And there was soil in my hands. And there was a new Tree of Life growing. But it was being watered by my tears.
And this was all in a dream?
This was all in a dream, yeah. I couldn't talk about that. I mean, I said it to Kat, that's my wife. But I couldn't say it to her for like 2 or 3 days after because I was trying to process it. And every time I thought about it, I just got seriously upset. Which tells me that humanity is going to go through a lot of pain and a lot of tears, but that life will go on.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because, just history has shown us that.
We go through cycles. We go
Yeah.
through cycles of butchering each other.
Mm,
And for what? For an imaginary line we call a border.
yeah.
For what we call God because of where we were born.
Yeah.
You know? Like God is the ultimate. God is the ultimate good. And surely the ultimate good wouldn't want us killing each other. Wouldn't want us fighting with each other.
I know, but us as humans, I think, we're very flawed.
Oh, absolutely.
Like between greed and...
Do you know what? I think a lot of it is ego.
In what way?
In what way? My God is more powerful than your God.
Right, okay.
My country is more powerful than your country. I'm stronger than you.
So it really goes back to power, you think?
Oh, it's 100% it's power. It's power and control. That's what it is. It's all about power and control. And that's what has the world and the state it's in. Which is really sad. It's so sad because if you had seen what I saw of where we're supposed to be living in, you'd dump this world tomorrow.
Yeah.
You'd dump it in a heartbeat.
And when you say what you saw, that was the second time you died or the first time you died?
That was the second time I died. But even where my father was, even where I met my father,
Yeah.
like anything that was alive had like an aura, like a glow.
Yeah.
So you could see the life in it. It wasn't just a flower.
Yeah.
You could see the energy emanating from it.
That must have done a crazy thing to your life to see all that and then come back.
Yeah.
No, just your perspective on stuff.
Yeah.
And probably what way you look at things, your outlook on stuff.
My outlook on stuff is, it's muddied up by, I can see things happening step by step. I can see the world changing. I can see humanity, how it's treating each other. I can see things building. But I know it can be stopped in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It can be stopped in a heartbeat. And we can become peaceful and we can show love to each other. We can show grace to each other. We can respect each other's beliefs without trying to force your belief onto someone else. That's not what it is. One thing God gave us was free will. He gave us the choice. Who are we as human beings to take that choice away from somebody else because you believe different to somebody else?
I know, but so many people, like, need to bear in mind, like, practically everybody who thinks their way, when they're kind of like, what way am I trying to say? Like, they always believe that their way is the correct way.
Yeah.
That's what history has shown us. It's never, I believe my way, and
Yeah.
I know I see where you're coming from, but, let's just kind of agree to disagree. It doesn't really happen much as well.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You know.
It doesn't. And that's the problem. And it doesn't happen much because throughout the age we've had elite people, kings, queens. Today we have billionaires. You know what I mean? And it's always been the same people who want to keep that division between us. And all of the world's problems today is based on division. Everything.
Yeah, I agree.
And I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I mean, if people ask, do you believe in God? I know God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know God.
Yeah.
It's not something that I believe anymore. It's something that I know.
Well, you've seen it.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah.
And I know what it's like. And do you want to know something? It is so peaceful, so harmonic and so beautiful. It's absolutely incredible.
It must be just such a relief almost to not be afraid of death, in a way.
Right, I'm not afraid to die.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to leave my family behind.
of course. But I'm saying, like, even at that though, because I think, I would openly say I'm afraid of death right now. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I've lived, and I've nearly died anyway, but I don't think I've lived life enough and done what I want to do just yet, so I would be afraid of that, but
Yeah. But you're afraid of not completing life.
yeah.
You're not afraid of death. You're
Yeah.
afraid of not completing life.
Yeah,
And that's
I
a different
suppose.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think everyone dies feeling incomplete.
Well, I also am afraid of what's after. Now, I'm a bit happy to have heard what you were just at the saying, I suppose.
Listen, we've all been wild. We've all been wild. It's part. At the end of the day, we're an animal. Same as the dogs, same as the cats, same as the bear. Is a bear evil for killing another animal to eat it? No.
Probably not, to be
No,
honest.
it's not.
Just nature, isn't it? Just the way the
It's
world.
just nature. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Humans know better. Humans have consciousness.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
To be killing each other and to be trying to force your will on someone else, we know that's wrong. Animals
Yes.
don't.
Yeah, I agree.
So what we're doing is we're consciously forcing our will onto others. And that's where the problems come in.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Do I fear that? Nah. Not at all. Not at all. Because I know it's...
Did you before?
I would have...
It's kind of like, not that it's, I'm not saying it's easier now, but you've seen the other side and you liked what you're saying.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
It's beautiful.
The guessing isn't there.
There's no guessing.
Because there's part of me, before this conversation, I would have been thinking like, oh, when you go, is it just black?
No, it's not.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, that's the thoughts where I would have like.
It was black when I was in a coma, but it was pure life when I was floating around.
Yeah. And what kind of effect would you say I had or all had on your family?
Oh God. Smaller kids, Daddy just wasn't well, so he was in hospital. Zara, one of my older daughters, she lives up the north. She actually moved up the north when I was in hospital. Really, it badly affected her. No matter how much she says it didn't, I know it did. She knows it did. And then Kat, she was trying to hold it all together. Amazingly strong woman, and I've nothing but respect and love for her. And tell you that now, because she's pulled me through some of my darkest days and darkest nights, and she's done it with a smile, but also knowing when to kick me up the arse. Like this. So
she'd be on you and go like, "Come on, Kev, let's go here."
Oh no, not that easy.
Yeah,
not that easy. Not that easy.
Okay.
Ballyfermot board.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, no, get up off your arse. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know better than this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You healed me from Crohn's disease.
Yeah.
Why aren't you healing yourself?
Brilliant.
Why aren't you doing this? You need to get up and get right in your book. You need to do this. You need to do that.
Yeah, holding you accountable.
Oh, she holds me accountable, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
But in the right way, in the way that feeds me. You know what I mean? Because some people, they respond to, come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Some people respond to that. Other people respond to, get off your arse. And that's what I respond to. And I think that's what you'd respond to too.
Yeah.
When you've had a bit of a tougher upbringing.
Yeah.
It's, you know how to respond to that. Whereas if someone's been nice to you, it's kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like sometimes with me, like I feel like sometimes I'm very ruthless, but it doesn't come from a bad place, and I'm even like that with myself. Because I always say, you can have results or you can have pity, but you can't have both.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And that's just what I believe. And if I'm ever a certain way to people, like as in pushing them and stuff like that, I might come across a little bit cutthroat, but it comes from a good place.
Yeah,
because I just don't. I don't believe that wallowing and kind of like pitying yourself get you,
I'm exactly the same.
you know.
And I think that's why the two of us are recovering the way we're recovering.
Well, in my experience, it's only people who kind of have that attitude who be really heavy things in their life.
Yeah.
And I've been through, you know, I've seen the people who come back from, like, obviously I can only speak from my injury, but anybody who's beat my injury had the exact same attitude.
Yeah.
You know, okay, look, you know, life is, you know, 90% or 10% of what happens, and
90% of what you do about
yeah,
it. Yeah.
do you know?
And that's 100% true. It's
Yeah.
100% true, because I know
believe
from
that.
my experience, like, there's not too many out there like me. Like,
Well, I mean, like, look at the statistic you
Yeah.
just rattled off to me there.
One
The
in 10
proof is
million,
in the
yeah.
pudding.
yeah.
You know, you can't say there is too many like you, because the statistics would say otherwise.
Yeah, but I mean, you're an impossible person as well. You know what I mean? And it's...
But again, they say that, but I really believe that I'm not. I just didn't accept what they were telling me.
And you see, I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah,
I think, do you know what? I think it's a bit of rebelliousness
yeah,
and a bit of pig-headedness.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
going to brain damage.
Yeah, okay.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah,
It's going to take me 6 weeks to learn how to walk.
yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Give me a Zimmer frame.
Yeah, now we'll do it now in front.
Yeah.
Of you. Yeah,
And that's what it is. It's pure.
yeah.
I suppose it would be a lot of rebelliousness. A lot
Yeah,
of...
because I was always very stubborn. I'm going to be honest.
I'm stubborn as it. Yeah.
Was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm
You know,
exactly the same.
And I would say, like, stubbornness got me through kind of 95% of it, to be honest. Because I just wasn't accepting what they were telling me, you know what I mean?
I still don't accept what they tell me. I still don't.
Yeah.
You know, like, I had an appointment in the hospital, what was it, last Monday? And they were supposed to be setting a day for surgery because of a blocked artery at the back of my heart.
Okay.
And they were going to put a defibrillator in my chest, the fact that I've had 2 cardiac arrests. And chatting to the cardiologist, and he turns out, well, we were kind of talking about the monthly meeting, and it was just kind of heart attacks that caused your cardiac arrest, so maybe we're not going to do surgery. I'm there kind of sitting going, so I have to wait till I have another heart attack and another cardiac arrest. So in my head, the attitude was, is it okay to course on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my attitude was, okay, fuck you, we'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll clear that artery. I'll clear that artery out. And I'll show you what's possible. Fuck your surgery.
Well, you've already fucking done it twice now, do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no, yeah. I know. No, I'm not knocking anything of what they did, because what they did was incredible.
Yeah, yeah, and look, we've already spoke about this off the camera, you know. It's kind of like, I wouldn't be sitting here only for the surgeon saved my life, and you wouldn't be sitting there only for the doctor saved your life.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that is the reality. But I think when you get by a certain stage of that, then, you know, I don't know, I've been through it a lot now, and for me, apart from the surgeons and the nurses who helped keep me alive, because I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for the nurses or the surgeons.
Oh, it's a fact, yeah.
But apart from them, like the consultants and stuff, I don't really... We used to butt heads a lot.
Yeah.
Me and the consultants, you know, they used to tell me, this is impossible, you know, you can't do this. Like, if you looked at everything that I done, I basically, to a degree, nearly waited for what they were telling me, and I done the opposite. In a sense, do you know what I mean?
Look, I was exactly the same. Exactly the same. You know what I mean? Like, telling me to eat certain things and not eat certain things on my diet. I don't know what's right and what's wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm lying in a bed and they're trying to get me to... Now, bear in mind, this is in supposed to be where you are... The best place to look after your health, right?
Yeah.
And I'm lying in a hospital bed and they're trying to give me chicken nuggets and chips. And I'm like, chicken nuggets and chips processed.
Did you get that menu every morning with the rasher sausages and eggs? And
they
give you mental menus.
No, I had a place, shout out Slim's Kitchens.
Yeah.
Who used to send me in meal prep.
deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, guy Gary really looked after me.
Yeah.
He used to send meals into the hospital to me.
Yeah.
Because
fair play.
legend. You know, because I just wouldn't eat what do I give me.
I wouldn't blame
Because
you.
I was like, no, my nutrition, even we are laughing, we talked about it on the podcast, my mate Kevin Crosby, he came up to me one
I know
time
Kiefer, yeah.
and he spent like 30 quid on sweets for me.
Yeah.
And I remember I just looked at it, he was like, oh yeah, put them in the drawer, and he pulled out the drawer and he was like, there's loads of sweets in this drawer. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that's because everybody keeps on bringing them up, but I'm
And I'm
not eating them.
Yeah.
You know, I was
Yeah.
sitting there eating salads and getting these meals brought in, but you know.
Yeah, Kat used to bring me up rolls with loads of meat.
Yeah, nice.
Fatty meat.
Yeah.
You know, good meat.
Yeah.
You know, and she'd rip the middle out of the rolls.
Brilliant.
So you were literally just getting the crust and the meat,
and
and then loads of natural butter.
Butter, yeah.
You know, not that margarine engine.
Yeah,
oil
no,
crap. Yeah.
proper real butter.
Yeah, real stuff, yeah. Real food.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
But yeah, crazy that you're in a place for your health, but
The food is terrible. And that ice cream and jelly and always the
yeah,
you know what I mean?
and toast. Now, I did like a bit of toast, but because I don't know, there's something different about the toast in hospital. It's great for it.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's
It really
great.
is, yeah.
So I wouldn't always eat toast, but when I was in the hospital, I'd have the odd slice. But yeah, like I said, you know, there is a lot of good to come out of it as well. You know, like I said, we wouldn't be sitting here only for
That's a fact.
certain things. You know,
Yeah.
but so you've already died twice now. Do you think that doesn't happen worse than death after dying twice?
Not fulfilling what I need to fulfill.
Okay. Yeah. And what do you think that you do need to fulfill? What do you think God sent you back to do?
This is going to sound crazy, and it's going to sound massive, and I don't even know how I'm going to do it. But the message I got, I have to change the world.
Okay.
I have to change how people treat each other. I have to change how, or at least tell people. Tell people. I mean, it's their free will whether they do it or not. But I mean, how do you explain something that big? It's confusing to me.
Yeah.
It's very, very confusing.
Because where
to
do
me.
you start? Apart from telling people, but and I suppose if any man can convince people, you know, it's probably somebody who's died twice and spent a long time away.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be more credible than
Yeah.
a lot of other people, I can imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, especially after dying twice for so long.
I know, it's nuts. Like the last
Yeah.
time, 93 minutes, that's a football match plus extra time.
Crazy.
You know,
Yeah.
Even to me, that's nuts. And I still have serious difficulty comprehending it.
Yeah, because 93 minutes.
I know, it's nuts.
Because like I know, unfortunately, I do know people who've died for like short periods of, like as in, and I'm talking short periods of time as in 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And died and then been like, they were in a coma and doctors being like, oh look, even if we get them out of coma, they're going to be a vegetable.
Yeah.
So we don't think there's any point in getting them out of coma because...
It was actually the hospital gave me the name Miracle Man.
Right, yeah.
And that was after a 42 minutes death. I was in for one of my checkups and there was a cardiologist in with me and he went out to speak to the professor and he said, I have Kevin Shanahan inside. And he says, oh, Miracle Man, I want to see him. So that's where the name Miracle Man came from. I'm not proclaiming myself to be a Miracle Man.
Yeah.
It actually came from a doctor. And it came from him speaking outside of me overhearing it. So that's where the name came from. And that was after the 42-minute one. So after the 93-minute one...
I was going to ask you, yeah?
Yeah.
What's more than a miracle, I suppose?
There's nothing more.
Yeah.
There's nothing more. You know?
Okay.
Like the story is insane and it sounds unbelievable. The fact that I'm up walking around.
insane.
It is, and what you see is not.
Sorry, I don't know anybody who's been dead for even 42 minutes, never mind 93.
Yeah.
Twice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
And you see, the thing about it is, I'm too stubborn to show pain. And I'm too stubborn to quit. So I'm walking around smiling. Now, at the minute, it feels like I have a red hot poker go down through my hip bone, down the back of my leg, into my Achilles tendon, in my heel on my left leg. And that's constant. That's all day, every day.
And that's nerve pain?
It's nerve pain, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on a nerve conduction test. God knows when I'm going to get that.
I tell you what, I don't think I've ever really spoke about it, but the nerve pain is what...
It's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah, God.
It's unreal.
I remember when I was lying on my back, I had to lie on my back at this stage. I was in ICU, and they had me hooked up to this machine that was kind of help fuse my spine
machine.
back or whatever.
I
don't know. There was a special kind of term for this machine. It was pumping some special stuff into me that was help repairing my spine.
Yeah.
And I could only lie on my back. I couldn't sit up at this stage. This was when I was in ICU.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, because I was only able to do this, but it felt like, because of the nerve pain, it felt like my hands were out floating across the road.
Yeah.
Not even in the bed. It felt like...
Oh, yeah.
It was just...
And it doesn't let up.
Yeah, it's relentless.
It doesn't let up. It's just there. And it's so fucking bad.
That was really...
Yeah.
I remember thinking, like, oh my God, this is unbearable. And can't remember is it gabapentin they used to give me for that? But it could be getting that mixed up. I know I used to take gabapentin for something, but it probably wasn't for the nerve pain. But I think it was. But I just remember that being unbearable. And I've actually never really talked about the nerve pain, to be honest, because to be fair, I actually don't get any more, thankfully.
Yeah, bless you.
But at that time, I remember it was
so
literally
bad,
unbearable.
It's bad.
So unexplainable
to
people.
And as you said, it's relentless.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
Yeah, it was really
But
bad.
I walk around with a smile on my face the whole time. The whole time. Like you saw how I got out of the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You saw how I sat down here.
Yeah.
You can see me shifting around, and that's because the pain is getting... I took painkillers before I left. Now, they had me on OxyContin.
Right, okay.
And I told them to take me off it.
Heavy them?
Yeah. I told them to take me off it. I didn't like how it made me feel. I think it's a dirty drug.
Yeah.
That's personally, I don't like it.
Well, that's kind of, it's the
That's
one
morphine.
that's kind of going through America at the minute, is it?
Big time, yeah.
Yeah, because I know fentanyl is as well, but...
Yeah. OxyContin is huge.
Yeah.
But even here, it's huge.
Yeah.
But I told them to stop giving it to me, and I get Solpadol.
Yeah.
You know, Solpadine's big brother.
Right, okay.
So I'm taking 6 of them a day.
Yeah, because I remember being on morphine in the hospital, and I remember just telling them, no, I need to be off this as soon as I can go.
And I was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Did you? It makes you muggy.
Do you know what? It actually didn't with me. I'm gonna be honest. I just didn't like the idea. It done absolutely nothing for me except take away the pain. Thankfully.
Really?
Yeah, I swear.
No,
yeah. But I remember just thinking, I don't like my body reliant on anything.
Yeah.
So I need to get off this as soon as.
Like
you know, and I swear that literally, because I remember the boys and all going, "Jeez, you must be out your head up here." And I was like, boys, literally, I'm only on morphine. And the only thing it does is take away the nerve pain. That's what really haunt me. But I think I remember when I went into hospital initially, when I broke my neck, I think they gave me OxyContin at the beginning. Yeah. And I remember that was heavy.
It's horrible stuff.
Yeah.
It really
I gonna be honest, I don't really remember much of that. I remember that just all being a blur, but I remember, I'm nearly sure they gave me OxyContin and then I went on to morphine. But again, when I was taking the morphine, they used to give it to me through like a syringe, through a cannula in my arm.
Oh, yeah.
And that I would literally just take away the pain. It didn't make me feel like buzzy or whatever.
No, the OxyContin is it's just a dirty drug.
Yeah,
that's the way I felt about it.
I know, but it's like the one that everybody gets addicted to. No?
I know, yeah.
Because I know that's the one that's like really gets people like really hooked.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really addictive, really addictive, and that's why I said no.
But it's so crazy that you're saying that like it's a dirty drug and all, and you've been on it, and it's like most people that get it are like nearly fighting the get off it.
Yeah.
Or to want
to
more.
stay on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where you're fighting the get off it.
No, you see, I hate drugs.
Yeah, right.
I hate pharmaceuticals. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Now I take a load of them because they're necessary.
Yeah.
Because I need to keep my heart going until I get it fixed properly.
Yeah.
Because I'm in mild heart failure because of the damage done to my heart.
Right.
I think, did you ever heard of an ejection fracture?
No.
It's how effectively your heart is pumping. Excuse me. And it should be around 60 to 70%, but mine at last check was at 42%.
Right.
So there is damage to my heart that's affecting its pumping capacity. So there's certain medications I have to take.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy because I remember, probably stupidly to be honest, but again, pig-headed and stubborn, but I remember leaving the hospital and going to Colombia. I literally stayed one night in my house and went to myself, now is the best time to do everything, because I believe you have a certain window in with anything, but especially spinal cord injuries. And I remember like saying to myself, well, what's the point in waiting around? If I'm going to go get stem cells, I may as well do it ASAP, you know?
Yeah.
So I spent one night in my house and then went to Colombia, but I remember bringing a suitcase on its own for me medicine and me tablets and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I remember getting to Colombia and being in the hotel and just looking at all the tablets and going, oh, I'm not taking. And I left them there. I left them in the hotel.
Oh really?
Now, probably a bit stupid, but I just went cold turkey and just came off everything. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but
you see, you would have been a bit different because it's not.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
whereas
you're taking some stuff that's
keep your heart going.
Yeah,
keep your heart going.
That's completely different.
Yeah.
This was kind of more stuff for the pain for me.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
But I was just kind of like at this stage, I was like just had to decide, no, I'm not just taking anything anymore. I'll just bear through the pain. But
I can tell you now, I'll be taking the Sorbitol for as long as I have to. Well,
again, thankfully, my nerve pain at that stage was a lot less. Still very sore, but it was a lot less. There's no way that I could have probably done it any sooner, is what I'm saying. Like the nerve damage, again, I don't need to explain nerve pain to you.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
But other people have no idea, and it's like, oh my God, this is literally unbearable.
Like I still have it, and that's last April.
Yeah.
And I still have it. My left leg especially. My right leg's not too bad. But my left leg is it's a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. But
what would you say has been the most frustrating part of the recovery in itself?
My brain.
Yeah?
My brain. You know what? If I was to get rid of one thing on the cost of keeping one thing, I'd keep the nerve pain and fix my brain.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, the frustration and the confusion, and then you get really angry with yourself for not getting stuff done.
Right. So explain what's kind of going on. What would frustrate you?
I've loads of stuff I need to do.
Right.
I literally have loads of stuff I need to do. There was a repossession order given on my house recently.
Yeah.
And I need to fight that. It's just so many things.
And what you find, you struggle to be productive? Is that what it is?
Really, really struggle to be productive, yeah.
Okay.
Really struggle. And then that frustrates me because I know I have the capability to do so much more, even where I am. But I'm not getting it done because I'm trapped in this endless loop in my head.
In what way?
In what way? Anger for what happened. Frustration with how long it's taken me to heal.
Okay.
And And then, of course, you know what constant pain is like. Like when pain doesn't let up,
Yeah, it's relentless.
it just gets you down.
Yeah.
It-
So you feel like more than anything it kind of affects your mood, and then in turn your mood kind of dictates whether you want to do something or not.
Big time.
Right.
But the thing about it is, if you saw me on the street, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
As you'd say, Jesus, what's the story?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll always see a smile, because I'm not going to put out there to people that, oh, poor me. Oh, I'm in so much pain.
Yeah.
My brain's not working properly. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
That's not who I am.
I'm just laughing because it's like I'm just completely
You're
the same.
exactly the same, yeah. But you don't want to, it's not that you don't want to share it with people.
No, but you just don't want
It's
to
a
be a victim
burden.
about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, if I start going on like that, I feel like a burden to people.
Yeah.
And then I feel like a sham then.
Yeah.
You know? Am I using this?
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
because I mean, like, you have every right to be, like, what I kind of say to people as well, because sometimes, again, like I was saying earlier, I can come across quite ruthless in what way I say things, because I've been through this experience. I understand people kind of like pitying themselves, and
Yeah.
I just understand more that the pity is not going to fix anything.
Oh, it doesn't does nothing for
what
you.
I try and just tell people. Like, I'm like, I understand why you would say poor me.
Yeah.
I get that, and you know, that's completely valid, and I hear what you're saying, but that poor me is not going to fix your life.
That's a fact.
That's
It's a fact.
all that I try
Yeah.
to drill through. But sometimes, again, because I have the attitude that I have, it's like, you know, fall down 9 times, go up 10,
Get up
just
10,
keep
yeah.
on going, keep
Yeah.
on going. Like, you know, like I've drilled it so much in my head that like I am literally, I can't be broken. Like I'd be saying like you could send the Russians in here with a set of pliers and they couldn't break me.
Yeah.
That's because I've told myself that
Yeah.
so much over and over, and
Yeah.
because we are what we tell ourselves.
Oh, of
You know what
course,
I mean?
yeah.
And you know, I've repeated that in my head so much that I believe it.
Yeah.
You know, but so what I'm saying is it's a little bit easier for me in that sense. But what I say to people is it's completely justifiable why you feel like that, but it's not going to fix anything.
No, it doesn't do anything.
That's
It does nothing. It just keeps you trapped in that loop.
yeah, yeah,
And the loop I'm trapped in is it's just so frustrating, because it's trying to get things finished. And I'm not getting anything finished because pain takes over, or I forget.
like brain fog.
Oh, big time, big time.
Okay.
It's like I've holes in my memory now because of the amount of time I was gone.
Right.
So I'm taking ALA to try and help with that, and the creatine's going to help with that as well. But it's just going to take time. It's
Yeah.
like what, I mean, seven,
Yeah, in the
8
grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
it's not
well,
a long time.
8 months, 8 or 9 months. In the grand scheme of things, that's not, for what I've been through, it's not a long time.
Yeah.
It's not a long time. But
It's a
I'm-
blip in the
but
grand scheme. Yeah.
you know the impatience.
Yeah.
You understand that impatience, because the impatience, like, I should be able to do this.
See, to be honest, for me, the impatience is what got me this far, in a sense, because
Yeah.
not like that, but like in the sense that, so I had this constant battle while I was going through all this of like everybody was cheering for me so loud when I would make a milestone, but
Yeah.
then I was like, yeah, but look, that's what I was supposed to do anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I told everybody that I was going to be doing everything, and it was kind of the battle of being grateful and happy for where I was at, that I was making the recovery.
I'm going to say something to you now, yeah.
Do you know, but at the same time, I was trying to be happy and grateful for where I was at, but I was like, yeah, but this is not enough. Why am I not already back running now?
Yeah.
And this is, you know, when I was only flickering stuff, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, but how am I only flickering my fingers at this point?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What, 3-4 weeks in here now,
Yeah.
I should be up and be doing press-ups
Yeah.
at this stage.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what's going on internally in my mind.
Yeah.
But then everybody else is like, you're literally paralysed.
And I can totally relate to that. 100% relate to that. Everyone's telling you, oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, you like, you were dead.
Yeah.
You're so blessed.
Yeah.
And in your head, you're going, yeah, and it's not that I don't appreciate it,
Of course.
but why am I still fucking stuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why am I still stuck?
It's the mental kind of thing where you're like, yeah, I understand how lucky I am.
Yeah.
And you know what, lucky, I do laugh about that word as well, because people always say lucky and this and that. And I always laugh and go, well, I would have been lucky if it never had happened to me in the first
Yeah,
place.
that would have been luck. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? That's what I do always laugh at. But I suppose grateful would be
Yeah.
more of the word that I use, because I am grateful, you know.
I am grateful, but I find gratitude hard to swallow sometimes.
In what way?
In what way? Like, I blame myself for what happened, and I'm not afraid to blame myself for what happened.
Why do you blame
I
yourself?
smoked for years. I was
Right.
I was raves in the 90s, so you can only imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, for a good time, not a long time.
yeah, that's it exactly. Yeah, that's it exactly. So a lot of the damage to my body I did to it myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to blame anyone. I'm not going to blame anything else. It was my fault what happened. Fucking need you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, even with my own situation, I say the same about me. Nobody put me in handcuffs and dragged me to the gym that day.
Yeah.
I brought myself to the gym.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, so like,
Yeah.
you know,
But do you find you blame yourself?
yeah, in a sense. Well, I mean, it's nobody else's fault but myself. Like, I chose the fight life and I brought myself
Yeah.
to the gym that day. Nobody told me, hey, you need to go, or you
Yeah.
need to be preparing for this fight or whatever. I just believe that it's just something that happened while preparing. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if anybody's to blame, I'm to blame for putting myself in that situation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't really blame myself, because what I was doing was just pursuing my dream, you know, and I was literally living the dream
Yeah.
every day up until that happened.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I'm not. I don't regret nothing, because at the end of the day, even when I was doing it, I was conscious that I was living the dream.
Yeah.
And that's why, even though I wasn't where I was at, where I wasn't where I wanted to be, I was still happy, because I was like, you're literally living your dream every single day.
Yeah.
Me going training 3 times a day while training for MMA fights was the dream. So,
And look at you, what you've done. What would have broke most people and had most people give up? Here's you sitting doing a podcast and showing people what's possible.
yeah, because that's my biggest thing, to show people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because again, going back, I will scream at time and time and time again, I'm not any special. There's nothing special about me apart from I just think a little bit different. And I don't think a little bit different on accident. I think a little bit different because I've drilled it into my mind so much. I've read so many books.
Yeah.
I've listened to so many podcasts. I've had so many conversations about the mind and mindset and
Yeah.
attitude towards life and all them kind of things. So I don't think this way by mistake.
It's also where you were brought up as well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
That pig-headedness.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And just saying what I'm saying throughout
Yeah.
life, like, you know, it's that again. People talk about all the negatives of certain things in the life, but for me, every time I don't even negatives for me don't even register. I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, some people call that a bad thing. What's the positive, or what is the good thing that I can take away from that?
I do the same thing,
Yeah,
except when it comes to me.
with yourself,
Yeah.
right? And
I'm much harder on myself. I'm more accepting, and like I used to give out diets to people to heal from diseases,
yeah,
and they worked. You know what I mean? But when it came to myself, I think it's a lot to do with a self-value thing.
you think it's a deeper, it goes to a deeper level.
It definitely goes to a
Inside,
deeper
yeah.
level. Yeah, it definitely goes to a deeper level.
What, in a sense that like you don't feel worthy of your own advice or something?
Yeah, yeah,
Right, okay.
yeah. I don't feel I don't feel deserving. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you've never fully kind of tracked where that comes from,
No,
right?
no.
Because it
It's
obviously
something-
comes from somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's something I need to do, and I know I'm suffering from PTSD. I know that. You know, so that's not helping. So I have to learn how to
Navigate.
navigate. Yeah. That's the best way I put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
I still have a lot to learn.
Yeah, and I agree, you know, and but it's such a paradox, isn't it? Because that same attitude got you to the dance in a sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what got that same thinking is what got you here right now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Because again, 1 in 10 million isn't a small statistic.
No, it's not.
Do you know?
I'll give you a laugh. After the first cardiac arrest, when I came around from the coma, I thought they were only keeping me alive to steal my organs.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, it's a fact, yeah. It's an absolute fact. And I would swear blind.
Right.
I firmly believe they only kept me alive to steal my organs.
Right.
Right. And there was a guy in
what way steal them now? Because isn't everybody an organ donor now unless you opt out?
No. They were only keeping me alive.
Right.
Because there was a guy in the room next to me and he was getting a heart.
Right, okay.
And
yeah, but sure, you not to be...
my heart was screwed.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where the coma and just stupidity comes in. You know, so much so that I signed myself out of hospital after 3 weeks. And they were trying to persuade me to stay, right? Because I was in such a, I was still pretty critical. But I was arguing with them, I was fighting with them. Of course, I went down and the security guard, no, you can't leave. And I'm going, I'll fucking knock you out. Get down, you went. I couldn't have knocked the kid out.
Probably holding on to one of the blading stands that you walk around with all the wires coming out.
I was so weak and so pathetic. And I jumped in the taxi and he rang upstairs and they obviously said he's too bad, you have to let him go. And they rang Kat and said, look, he signed himself out of hospital. He said he's going to get a taxi home. And she's going, what? And next minute she hears ding dong. And I said, have you got 50 quid for the taxi? And she's going, what the fuck are you doing home? I said, I couldn't stay in that place. They were going to steal my organs. She's going, what? But I firmly believed.
Yeah, but sure, why did you think they were going to rob your heart if your heart wasn't the best anyway?
Oh yeah, no. See, that didn't even come into it.
Right.
I had paranoid delusions after coming out after the oxygen starvation in my brain.
Right.
And then after coming out of coma. And then the second time, same type of thing again. But it was like I believed I was in like a prison hospital. And there was these two Russians who used to walk around with German shepherds at night. And make sure no one left their room.
Right.
You know
this is all going on in your head.
This is all I got. And to me, today, this actually happened. It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Yeah.
But it actually happened in my head.
Yeah, well, I went delirious a little bit in ICU. Yeah. Yeah, I remember I went delirious a couple of times in ICU.
Isn't it really messed up?
Yeah, it's mad. Because you know what the maddest thing for me was? I knew what was happening wasn't real, but I couldn't unsee it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, say for instance, it's like Freddy Krueger standing at the end of your bed. But you know Freddy Krueger's not standing at the end of your bed.
Yeah.
But you're saying Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter if you know it's not real, you're still saying what you're saying with your own eyes.
I was in it.
Yeah.
I was in it.
No, I knew it wasn't real.
Yeah.
I just was saying it, what I was saying.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I didn't know it wasn't real.
Right, okay.
I didn't know it wasn't real. As far as I was concerned, it was real.
Right.
Couldn't understand why I was in a prison hospital.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand why these two Russians were walking around with German shepherds to make sure nobody left their rooms. And it was mental.
And that was the second time?
That was the second time, yeah.
Right.
It was absolutely mental.
How long after that? How long after kind of when you woke up from the coma was that?
Oh, it would have been a few days after I came out from the coma. Yeah, it would have been a few days. But I was there's a mate of mine out in Tala, and I rang him. And you see, I was in Nace Hospital originally, and then because I needed kidney dialysis, I was sent to Tala Hospital. So I was in the ICU in Nace, then I was in the ICU in Tala, and I was getting dialysis, and I came around and I copped I was in Tala Hospital, didn't know what was going on, like what the hell? And I rang a mate of mine. He's a good mate. He's a really good mate. So I rang him and I said, look, I says, you have to get me out here. I said, they'll like keep me against me will. And he's going, what? I said, they'll keep me against me will, you know what I mean? And this guy's a gangster, like.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, get a few heads together and bring them up and break me out of here, will you? And he's going, are you sure about this, Kev? And I'm going, yeah, I'm 100%. They fucking keep me here, and I don't know why they keep me here. I just don't understand. I don't get it, you know what I mean? And he's going, yeah, he said...
Why, are you telling him about the German Shepherds?
No.
Right.
No, I was just telling them they were keep me here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I needed to escape. I needed to get out, right? He says, I'll get a few lads together. He says, we'll come up and get you. So he said, but first he says, I'm going to ring Cat. And I said, don't ring Cat. I said, he said, all right. He said, I'll ring you back in a few minutes. He rang Cat.
Right.
And Cat goes, he's off his trolley between the oxygen starvation on his brain, between all the drugs he's on, between everything else. He hasn't got a clue what's going on. And then was moved back to Nice Hospital then. I couldn't find my runners. I go, where the fuck are my runners gone? So I rang Kat. I said, someone's after stealing me runners. And she goes, no, Kev, I brought them home because if I left them there, you'd walk out.
Oh, no way.
So she says, you don't have runners, so you can't leave. I go, come on, I need me runners, you know.
God.
So it was just stupid things like that. It was completely insane. I didn't have a clue what was going on, and to be honest with you, I was terrified a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I was scared, and I wasn't scared of dying. I was scared of what was going on around me because of what I was seeing.
Right.
Now, what I was seeing, most of it wasn't true.
How long did it start taking you to come round out of that?
Probably about a week and a half.
Right.
So it's a long time to be going through that. If you've gone through delusions,
Yeah.
you know that's a long time to be going through that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
And
mine was kind of coming in spells, I remember.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, I used to ring Cat up and just say just ridiculous things. They're starving me.
Yeah.
They're doing this or they're doing that. And like, no such thing.
Yeah.
And she'd have, after I brought me up a sandwich earlier in the day, like big turkey sandwich, you know, and I'd have eaten it in front of her and then, no, Kevin, earlier.
Yeah.
And they're kind of going, okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Well, obviously, I knew I was kind of saying things, and I knew what I was saying wasn't real.
Yeah.
But with you were kind of engrossed in it, and you thought.
Oh, you see, I had the brain damage, the anoxic brain injury. So
was it hard for you to like when she was saying, "No, that's none of that's true"? Are you still kind of going like she just doesn't know, or?
Oh no, she's in on it.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah,
she's in on it. Like she either doesn't know or she's in on it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's just what your brain can do to you.
Oh, well, your brain's everything.
It's mental.
Your brain's everything.
But if it could do that to you, it can heal you.
Absolutely.
Look at you, look at me. Now, I'm far from healed yet, and you have a long journey ahead of you as well.
Of course, we're both, but
I
mean, we're a long way from where we were, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, oh God,
you know?
Yeah. Like, realistically, I shouldn't be able to walk around. You shouldn't be able to walk around.
No, neither of us should be, but like,
here we are.
Do you know what I mean? What's part of like the recovery that people don't ask you about? Or kind of like, kind of something that like, you kind of, that people haven't asked you about even yet?
The brain.
The brain?
The brain, yeah, the brain is the hardest. Like, as I said to you, if I could get rid of the nerve pain or what goes through my head, I'd get rid of what goes through my head.
Yeah.
And I'd have a properly functioning brain, because pain you can tolerate. But what goes on in your head is, it's nightmare stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? And then it's being disappointed in yourself for not getting stuff done that you're not physically capable of doing. You know?
Yeah, that must be hard for you, I can imagine, because you're such a productive person beforehand, and then now. Do you know what I mean? Not now that you're not, but like, you know, you're not living to your potential and your capability.
Oh God, no.
You know,
like even
that must be frustrating.
it's hard. It's hard because I had to actually ask Kat to carry a bag of plaster out the back for me.
Yeah, it's tough. That
Like I would have thrown it under one arm.
yeah,
Now I can't even lift it
yeah,
because of the pressure it puts on my chest. You know what I mean? Like,
it's difficult going from like a certain kind of person to, isn't it?
yeah, and you'd understand
Yeah,
that as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Like you have all these things you can do, and like I was,
Well, like even for my example of for my case, even I'm like lifting somebody over my head
yeah,
1 minute, and then the next minute I have a nurse wiping my arse.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah. No, that's a fact.
So I mean, like, you
And
know, this
do
is.
you know what? Do you know what kills me? Excuse me. Some days I can't lift me kids, and they're only small. And I sit in the chair and let them run into my arms,
Yeah,
and that's all I can do. I can't do it. That hurts me. That kills me.
yeah,
You know, because what happened to me is taken from their childhood.
yeah,
Like I should be throwing them around.
yeah,
You know, so that hurts. And then having to say no when you're too sore. And Kat is great. Like she'll say,
I know. I think especially as a man, because
oh yeah,
men are kind of more known to be the rough
strong,
play, and
yeah,
yeah, but you know, like, cause you know the way it does. Like, women are the like when it comes to the kids, like that. For the most part, the most more nurturing
yeah,
out of two genders, and then the men are kind of more rough play. You know, that's
yeah.
kind of like
It's a fact, yeah,
the development of
yeah,
and it teaches the kids different parts.
yeah.
You know what
It's
I mean?
yeah,
Like
exactly,
raising them,
yeah,
you know.
exactly.
So yeah, I completely understand that. And one
I-
kind of
I
story that
can't
kind of
do that.
sticks out for me is when I was in the wheelchair and me daughter, we were in the playground together, and I was at to get out of the hospital for the day, and we were in the playground together, and she was like, "Oh, come on, Daddy, when we play on the slide." And
Oh,
yeah,
I know, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was very, very.
It
you
is
know, I used
hard,
to get
isn't it?
really upset telling that story. You know, when I'm over and out. Thankfully, like, it still hurts to say that. You know, but
Yeah,
I think why it's easier to tell now is because I am back playing with her.
yeah,
Thankfully,
yeah,
do you
yeah,
know. But if I wasn't, it'd be still quite difficult. I think, you know.
yeah. Because you know yourself how hard it is. Your daughter's arms are up, and I can't.
I know, because again, like what you were saying, like, I would have been before the accident, I'd have been having her and throwing her up in the air.
Oh
and,
yeah,
you know, like
100%.
nothing.
Yeah,
You know, because again, like I'm saying, so what's throwing a 4-year-old around,
yeah,
or you know, when this happened, she would have been 2, you know. But what's kind of physically demanding about throwing a 2-year-old around when I'm lifting grown men probably twice
yeah,
me
yeah.
body weight up over my head, and
I know, yeah, and throwing
you
them.
know.
Yeah,
So I mean, like, a
yeah,
2-year-old is nothing when you're doing that kind of
yeah.
stuff, and then when you're out the other side of it, and now you're struggling to pick up
I know, yeah.
a door, do you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
horrible, isn't it? It is horrible because they don't understand.
no, and that's the kind of the hard part about it
Yeah.
as well, the fact that they don't understand.
And even like even today, it's kind of, are you too sore to pick me up, Daddy?
They still ask that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
some days I am. Like some days it's me hands, some days it's me back, you know. And I find that difficult because, like, how do you deny your own children?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, of course.
You don't have a choice.
I know. I suppose the only kind of positive, like, kind of outlook on it is, like, you're literally just here for them. You're still here for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I know, and I know that's it.
You
Still
kind of
doesn't.
console yourself a bit with that, but
Yeah.
still, there's the father inside you who's going, fuck,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
you know.
yeah, definitely. I couldn't agree more. But
And then it's the frustration from that as well. It really affects you. I don't know what way it affect a woman. I'm sure similar, but I think it's
yeah, but I
different for a
think
man.
because men are more, again,
We're
like,
stronger, we're more
physically.
robust. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're supposed to be able to take that. Like,
Yeah.
you know yourself, your child
Yeah.
comes up, punches you in the gut, and you're going,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I mean? And then,
Yeah.
oh, you got me, and
Yeah, yeah,
then you can't do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And I find that really difficult to live with.
Yeah. Difficult.
You know? And I will get to the stage where it's not going to bother me anymore.
Yeah.
But it's how long that's going to take. And I'm quite an impatient person.
Yeah, like we talked about, in the grand scheme of things, it's not, it's a blip really. Since all what
Yeah.
you've been through, it's not that long ago.
No, it's not.
So I mean, the one thing that I do even say to myself, even in my own case, like, look at what I'm doing now. Could you imagine in double this time?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm gonna be back down? Or
Oh yeah, 100%.
that's what I kind of
yeah.
always kind of say to myself. That's where my kind of saving grace, where I do come from, or that.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about you're mentioning some of the financial hardships that you're going through.
Right, after the first cardiac arrest, I sent in forms for illness or disability benefit, and they ignored it. Then I sent in a second one, and they ignored it again.
What, they just never got back
They
to
just
you?
never got back to me. So I rang one day and was told over the phone that I probably wasn't sick enough, and then hung up on me.
Okay.
Right? So after a heart attack in 22, I sent in another form. They didn't send it back. And of course I was I'll survive. We'll be grand. I'll just get back to work. You know, no, it wasn't supposed to be. But I had to, because...
Yeah, because you used to do my gum shields. That's how I actually
I know,
met you
yeah.
before.
I know,
Yeah. It's like...
Yeah. But, and then after the last cardiac arrest, sent in the forms. They said they didn't receive them, sent in another set of forms, and didn't hear anything. So I eventually got a TD onto it. Tom Neville, local TD out my way, and he got onto them, and within a few days they got back to me and said it had been approved.
Right, okay.
So that was only in November.
Just gone?
Yeah.
Right.
So the only social welfare I've payments I got was from November of last year, over the 5 years of everything that's gone on. And I borrowed money. I begged, borrowed, did what I had to do to make sure I had food for the kids. Kat's parents were great. They helped out an awful lot.
Again, very challenging for you, I can imagine, being a man.
Very, very demoralising.
Yeah.
Very demoralising. And then Scott, good mate of mine, he helped me out quite a bit as well. But it's very demeaning for a man to be like...
Well, men are taught that we're the providers.
Yeah, exactly,
You know?
yeah. And it's very hard to accept that you can't do it. But I eventually got me illness benefit in November.
Long time, like,
It's
to be
a
waiting.
hell of a long time, yeah. It's a hell of a long time. And they backdated it till the end of September. So...
Jesus Christ. Does it must frustrate you when you see what, like, you know, because I know it does with me, you know, just with certain things like that, spending, like, the say, for instance, like, I don't really like to get political or anything, but, you know, the country's in shambles and they're spending obscene amounts of money on bike sheds and,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and then you heard of them giving money to other countries, and I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
we don't have that.
I know. They've no care for their own population.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They have absolutely no concern or care for their own population. And anything that say they do, they're lying. They're lying.
But yeah, so you end up getting backdated, and then
Yeah, I got backdated a few weeks.
cause obviously with all this time that's going on, you still had a mortgage to pay.
Well, I haven't paid my mortgage in years.
Right, yeah, okay.
Last December, the 3rd of December, I was in court, and they gave a repossession order on my house.
Right.
Even though I had letters, like the medical reports, everything. No, you have a 6 months repossession order now in your home. So you have 6 months to raise 400 grand.
Fucking hell. Like, cause it's so hard, isn't it? Because you're going through so much already, and then this comes on top.
It's, yeah, It's do you know what it is? It feels like, now I'm going to sound like I'm moaning and bitching now, but it feels like every time you're starting to sort out one thing, something else comes along. You know what I mean? And then that smashes you, and then that takes over your brain, the little bit of brain you have left. That takes over that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's, like what have I got? 16 weeks? 16 weeks left.
And what, like, so what do you think's gonna, like?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to raise the money.
Right, okay. You said you had a GoFundMe?
Yeah, there's a GoFundMe there, yeah.
Right. And how do people donate to the GoFundMe?
If you go on to my Instagram,
Which is?
Miracle Man Kev with no spaces, and there's no picture. It's just a black square. Like,
Because you've quite a big following on.
73,000 people on Instagram. You see, my problem is
Incredible.
I find it very hard to concentrate. See, that was going great when I didn't have a brain injury as bad as I have now.
And what made the brain injury worst?
The last cardiac arrest.
Oh, okay. Right.
You know, that's what made the brain injury worse, yeah. Because I was fairly active on it. I was doing exercise and I was doing bits and pieces. And
You noticed the significant decline in the, your mental kind of state after the...
It's concentration.
Okay.
And then it's, you see, I have great ideas. My best place for thinking is the car.
Yeah.
And of course, 5 minutes after thinking about it, it's gone out of my head. I've great ideas for videos. And you see, I know a huge amount about nutrition and healing through nutrition and vitamins and minerals. And I know a huge amount about it. And I have great ideas of doing like the importance of creatine or the importance of omega-3s or just any vitamin, mineral, the benefits, weighing them up against your symptoms and how I'm using vitamins to rebuild myself. You know what I mean? So I have to learn to actually concentrate because my concentration span it's completely gone.
Yeah.
It's completely gone. And you can see sometimes the way I'm trailing off here because I'm trying to remember what I started saying.
Yeah, right. That must be so frustrating at the same time.
It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating because I'm the type of person, I'd watch a YouTube video and I'd know it. I'd watch it once. Now, if I showed you on my phone the amount of videos I have saved on the likes of berberine and creatine and you name it, because I have to keep going back and back and back
Right,
and back
okay.
and back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then because I have to keep going back, I forget why I was doing it. And then the next day I remember and I go, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because only the next day then you're like...
Yeah. So I just have to like cap up your notebook and all that. And I forget to bring the notebook with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of, it's a messed up situation at the minute. And it's, my brain is just, there's so much going on, but so little action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's an issue.
Yeah.
Which I need to learn to cope with. And I need to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
Whereas at the minute, I'm confused and frustrated most of the time, which is tough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because it's obviously even speaking to you, like, off camera, you have such a wealth of knowledge about everything,
Oh, yeah.
You
see, it's a passion of mine. The human body has always been a passion of mine. Always. I've always loved the human body. I've always been fascinated by it because it's a machine, a self-repairing machine. Like, it's incredible. The things it can do, the things your brain can process.
It is mad, isn't it? Because I do have this conversation. I've had this conversation a few times. It is such an incredible machine, the human body, what it's capable of and what it can do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's so fragile also.
Yeah.
You know?
100% it's fragile.
Yeah.
But is that not why it was built with such an efficient repair?
Yeah, 100, like, it really is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the efficiency of the repair is absolutely incredible.
Like, just the way our body's able to adapt to things and...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like even when I look at stuff, I look at ancient ways of healing. Like 5,000 years ago, after a battle, they'd have vats of honey for the wounds because bacteria can't grow in honey.
Right.
So if someone was stabbed, they'd pack the wound with honey
Right.
so as it wouldn't get infected.
Incredible.
Do you know what I
Actually
mean?
didn't know that, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I mean, honey is one of the most incredible things you can eat. It can be 4 or 5,000 years old.
Yeah, because I know the
And
saying
it doesn't
never
go
goes
off.
off. Don't
It
know.
doesn't
Yeah,
go
no.
off. And that's because bacteria or viruses can't grow in it.
Right, okay.
That's why.
That's why I can't
The
explore.
bacteria can't grow. So it doesn't spoil. Now, I
Yeah.
don't think I'd fancy eating 5,000-year-old honey.
No, definitely
But
not.
it might have a bit of a kick off it. But it's learning little things like that. And this is what I used to love. You know? And even like, I mean, this is completely off the charts. But when a woman is breastfeeding, right?
Incredible. Like, so I know a lot about breastfeeding. just
Yeah,
from-
so you know that when the saliva goes onto the areola,
Yeah.
right, the nipple
the nipple.
analyzes it for the next feed.
Yeah, I read that before. Yeah.
And if the baby has a high temperature,
yeah.
or if they need certain antibodies,
Yeah,
right?
it's incredible.
The next batch of milk the mother makes is made particularly for the next baby's feed to heal it with extra fats or
Yeah.
extra carbohydrates or
I remember
extra
reading that and
vitamins.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe that when I read that,
You know
because
what I
I
mean?
was like, what?
And that's just one of the incredible things about the
Yeah.
human body.
Yeah.
And this is what I love. I love learning about the human body because it's something that will continue for the rest of my life because we're never going to know everything about it.
Of course.
Like even the amount of neurons in the brain.
Well, it's arguably we're still only getting to know practically everything about it, you know.
Yeah.
Like we know a lot, but there's so much that we don't know about
Well,
it.
we don't even understand the immune system, how it works.
Yeah.
You know, they have an idea, they have an overview of how the immune system works,
Yeah.
but they don't know what starts the process. Like the body knows to release, what's the name of them, to calm inflammation, and then others to induce inflammation, and like it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
And then what they gave you to heal you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how did the body know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I could imagine, like, you know, the stuff going through my body for inflammation, to calm the inflammation down
Yeah.
and stuff like would have been.
Like, the human body is the most incredible thing and the least appreciated thing we have.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If we treated our bodies correctly, imagine what humanity would be like.
Well, I mean, I always say, like, you know, if you know, not everybody drives, but, you know, if you are given a car when you start driving and somebody said to you, you need to be really careful with this car because it's the only car you're ever going to have,
Yeah.
you'd make sure you got that thing serviced
Absolutely
all
you
the
would,
time.
yeah.
Only put the best diesel in or the best
Yeah.
petrol, whatever it may be. But for our bodies, we just abuse it all the time.
Throwing Oreos down your neck.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. I think we take our bodies so much for granted. And that's one thing I've learned after this. And I'm sure it's something that you've learned as well. We take so much for granted when we're walking around fine.
Well, it's just like, you know, yourself, what the saying is, you can have 1,000 problems, but when you have a health problem, you only have one problem.
Yeah. And it's the
know?
most important problem in your life.
100, and there's no other problem that matters when
Yeah.
you have a bad health problem.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Do you know?
Like,
Like, you
I
can-
don't know walking around if my heart's going to stop again.
Yeah,
And that does be in my head because I've got little kids.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just have to,
Yeah, because it is, like, obviously it's already happened twice now. And
yeah.
I'm sure you kind of, what would kind of, is there anything that you could, like, obviously there's certain things that you could be doing, like if you're out doing drugs, it could definitely bring it on, but like, is there anything that you kind of that you've heard that surprises you that would bring it on?
No, because I knew myself what would bring it on, and I was doing everything that would bring it on.
Yeah,
I was keeping the stress levels up.
Stress is a huge one that people don't talk about, isn't it?
People have no idea
Look, I
how
don't
bad
know,
stress
you
is.
know, obviously I'm on camera here now when I'm saying something, so I don't want to butcher it, but I read somewhere, but it probably was, like, this was a while ago, but it was like, stress is more harmful than smoking 40 cigarettes a day.
That's a fact.
And something else on top of that.
Yeah, that's
and when
a fact.
I read that, I was like, I couldn't believe that.
The stress just does so much damage to your body. It does so much body. It shuts down your immune system.
And you know, it's another like incredibly bad thing for your body and your health in general is loneliness.
Oh yeah, big time, yeah. Because we're creatures of contact.
Yeah.
We need contact.
Yeah, but I just could have never imagined that it would actually be physically bad for you.
Oh, it's vital.
Yeah.
No, it's not physically bad for you. It's mentally bad for you.
Mentally, which turns
and then that turns into physically bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we are creatures of, throughout the ages, we've been in tribes.
Yeah.
Then we've been in cities. You know what I mean? And we've always had our little tribes within the cities. No matter where you are, you find your little tribe. And that's how we avoid loneliness. But there's so many people out there who are living online. And that is, the tribe is online.
Well, it's getting more and more now, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
in terms of, like, I think I was touched on this before, you know, where you want to start dating somebody, you just go onto an app.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't even have to feel that fear of rejection or put yourself out there, which is not good, because that learning experience is vital for you, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, as well as that, you don't even have to walk to your door and meet a delivery driver.
Yeah.
You can just tick a certain box, and the delivery driver just leaves
Yeah.
the food at the door for you.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy, but
yeah.
that's all designed to separate us. Because we are designed to interact and have touch, whether that's shaking a hand, whether that's hugs, because we exchange energy when we do that. We're surrounded by an aura, and we exchange energy when we do that. You know? And that energy exchange is vital for your system to keep aware of its surroundings and to keep in check with itself. Do you understand?
Yeah, no, I know completely. 'Cause I believe, like, human connection is so important.
It's vital. It's absolutely vital.
Yeah.
If you have no human excuse me, sorry again.
No, you're fine.
If you have no human connection, that's where you die of loneliness.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
we do need connection. Look at every animal in history.
Yeah.
They all go in herds or packs, or even fish swim in schools.
Skills.
You know? And they're always hitting off each other when they're swimming. Look at dolphins. All you have to do is look at dolphin play.
Yeah.
You know? So it's every animal. Insects,
Yeah.
again. You know, every animal has closeness and has bonds with others. And humans seem to be separating themselves more than coming together.
Yeah, it's definitely technology is dividing us, I think.
I think technology is a gift, but it's also causing great division. Because you can see it in the comments and chats and stuff like that. Whereas a comment can be misunderstood and create a divide and a fight. Whereas if I'm sitting talking to you, you could say something and I'd say, like, what does that mean? And
Yeah.
you'd go, you know what I mean? And then that's
Yeah,
it
there's
sorted
less
out.
kind of
Yeah, but
less-
the electronics stops that interaction.
yeah. Well, it's like when you're probably saying something via text and it gets misconstrued.
Oh, yeah.
If you had said that,
We've all done that.
yeah, 100%. Probably got a few baitings for it as well. It's division is not good.
It's so sad. And it's all fake. You know, it's all fake.
Yeah, well,
It's all fake.
yeah,
You know?
but it's
Like, I see this division between colour. Right, let me tell you about skin colour, okay? blacks and whites are no different. Browns and whites are no different. Blacks and yellows are no different. We're all the same. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 head. Heart beats, brain. Everything is the same.
Human.
The only difference is where you were born. Your skin colour is based on how strong the sun was
Yeah.
and how much melatonin
Melatonin, yeah, I was going to
is
say.
created in your skin. You know? Like, black people have higher density bones. Why? Because they lived on the plains. We were more fishermen, so we've less density bones, so as we can swim easier.
Right.
You know? Like,
Okay.
like a black man will 90% of the time run faster and longer than a white man. But you put him in the water, and it's the white man will go further and faster than the black man. And it's all to do with environment. And
Like evolution almost. Yeah.
it's how we evolved, and it's where we evolved, and that's the only difference. And it makes me sick to see all this fake division created by people who are just gaining from it. You know what I mean? And they are gaining from it.
Yeah. Well, it's divide and conquer, isn't it?
Well, that's it exactly.
Yeah, it's divide
And
and conquer.
it's an age old thing, and this is part of my visions when I was dead. There was a lot about the fake divisions that are out there. You know, so like it's as I say, I'm writing a book, so I'm going to describe it a hell of a lot better in a book.
Can't wait to read it.
Oh, stop!
Do an audiobook version, will you? I like
Can't wait to write it.
yeah. You'll be there scratching your head tomorrow. What was that book I was going to say I was doing? The brain fog getting to you.
Saying I was going to do something.
Yeah, what was it?
I better look at that video.
Say after everything you've been through,
Yeah.
what does a good day look like for you now?
Ooh. Well, I've been paying all the time, so that's kind of accepted. A good day to me is where my brain is not at me.
And by actually, what do you mean by that
I
specifically?
mean by thinking about how am I going to keep the house?
Right.
How can I get back to work properly? How can I be there for my kids? How can I be there for my wife? How can I get back to doing the things I used to be able to do? It's a lot of, it's self-deprecating stuff.
Basically,
what I
on
mean?
days that your mind is not running away, you would say.
It's reality, but it's a negative form of reality. Like I'm not afraid of negativity, but sometimes just brain fuck off. Like at night,
Just let me relax.
yeah, I barely sleep. Like I take Sopadol now. The Sopadine's big brother. To try and get some sleep, I take 2 Sopadol, 2 Xanax 500 micrograms, and 5 grams of melatonin, or 5 milligrams of melatonin. That's what and even at that, I'll get about 2 or 3 hours sleep, and then my bladder starts acting up, so I have to get up and go and take a leak. Then I'll lie down, and my brain will start to race, and it'll be racing for an hour or 2. And then I'll take another Xanax. I'll have a cup of tea, and I might doze off then for another hour or 2. That's my night every night. Every single night of the week. I haven't slept in a bed since I left the hospital.
Yeah, you were saying you sleep on the couch now.
Yeah. Because that leg would kick the shit out of a cat. The right leg is not so bad. The left leg is. I'd be up and down like a yo-yo to the toilet because I
Yeah.
still have that problem with my kidneys and my bladder. I'd be up and down to the toilet, and then I'd be up and down in pain because my hip is on fire and the pain is just shooting down the back of my leg. So that's my average night.
Yeah, heavy night, no doubt.
Yeah, and it's you just say you get used to it. You just say you get used to it, but how the fuck do you get used to that?
Yeah, of course.
How do you get used
Right,
to that?
one thing I will say is, like, again, I know you don't like to hear that, and I definitely don't, I still don't like to hear that, but in the grand scheme of things, not so long ago, Do you know what I mean?
I'm
Was the-
doing fabulous.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm doing absolutely incredible for where I was.
But what I'm saying is, like, there's so much room for improvement for all them things to sort
yeah.
itself out.
Yeah.
You know, that's my kind of, like, even my kind of,
Did you feel that impatience?
yeah, like,
Did you?
again,
And you still
like,
do, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm like, how am I not back doing this? How am I not,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But again, I'm confident, and I don't worry about the confidence. I work hard I train twice a day religiously every single day. So I know I will get back to the, probably not the athlete that I once was, but I'll get back to like a certain level that I'm happy with, you know what I mean?
You
And
get
then
back to a level that would be better than most people.
Oh yeah,
Because that's the type of man you are. That's the type of mindset you have.
To be quite honest, I'm already at that level because practically nobody makes it back to this level who goes through what I went through.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's not me just saying that, that's me seeing it.
I think I've heard a story like yours twice in my life, and the amount of medical stuff I listen to. Like my hobby is sitting and listening to YouTube videos on natural health and natural healing, and I went through a stage of looking at a lot of near death stuff. Obviously,
Yeah. Fitting.
yeah, oh yeah. And then cardiac stuff and miracle stories. And I think I've come across two similar stories to yourself before. And they weren't walking as good as you were. So
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, no, look, I'm doing all right,
know?
and I'm happy, but like that, I'm in my mind, I'm a long way away from where I want to be. But then also is like, you know, I do need to be just happy and grateful, which I am. It's a paradox because I battle with the not getting complacent, but then also happy with what I'm at doing.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I don't want to get to the future where I'm saying I'm going to be happy and then be like, oh, but why am I still not doing this? Do you know? It's a battle. But I think it's only that battle that's got me to this point.
Yeah.
That's what I truly believe.
How long ago was your accident?
Just 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
You see, I'm far behind you in the acceptance aspect of it. I'm far behind you. I don't accept my weakness. I don't accept that I've only got this far. And I know I've come an incredible amount of way. I know I still have a long way to go.
Yeah, it's difficult because it's still something that I still struggle with. I'm saying everything, but
it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's just because you're just that kind of person and you're so driven.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
again, you have to take the good with the bad because I don't think you'll be sitting there unless you were that person, and I know I wouldn't be sitting there.
No, I wouldn't.
But,
No,
you know,
I wouldn't.
so.
Definitely wouldn't.
But yeah, Kev, absolute pleasure.
It's brilliant.
Great chat.
Absolutely brilliant.
Thanks
and you know
so
what?
much.
You've actually helped me.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And I'll tell you why. Because I've seen how you've turned a negative into a positive. You've built something completely new. And for that, I congratulate you. Because I'm struggling with it. And you seem to have fallen into it with ease.
No, it's definitely... Trust me, I probably...
Oh no, I know you've
I
had your...
probably give off that, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not not only the case.
Your confidence in it and how relaxed you made me feel.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
No, I
I
appreciate
really
it.
do
Come on.
appreciate it. So like, just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Keep doing
Thanks
what you're
so
doing.
much for coming on.
You know.
Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in.